Okay, so story time. There's a lot of history surrounding this truck. And I'll start out with, this truck is for sale. You're gonna see it on our website. A 1999 G500 short wheelbase. 151,000 miles on the clock though, high miles. I will say, this drivetrain drives so smooth. The color on it, it's not black. Now it's 3:45 right now in the afternoon in the middle of July, and it's 95 degrees out here, so it's hot. It's not black, it's actually called black opal. It's blue. It's basically midnight blue. Really, really, really dark blue. I'll say it again, it's super dark blue. The technical name for the color is black opal on this 1999 G500 short wheelbase Europa that we've got for sale. It's a beautiful truck. Now I said there's a story behind it, and there's some history behind this. Keen-eye viewers may recognize this truck from way back in the day, probably about 5 years ago. It went across a former auction site that we all know and love, and we wake up to every morning with updates. And I actually bid on this truck. I really wanted this one. And at the time I couldn't swing it. I didn't have the coin to win the truck. So, you know, off it went to another individual or entity. I was sad, but you know, hey, we're in the business, and you know, it went off my radar for a while. A couple years later, it popped back up again, believe it or not. One of my local clients that picked up the phone and said, hey, Joe, there's a G500 short wheelbase that popped up on a government liquidation auction, and I'd like to get it. Do you know anything about it? What's the story behind it? Do you have any input on this? And I saw it, and I was like, oh, lo and behold, there's my truck again. Anyway, he bought it. I didn't. It came to my shop anyway. We did some work on it. We did some maintenance. But the backstory was, whoever purchased it from the prior place simply bought it under the company name, and their company was liquidated. So that's how the government had it. Anyway, he brought it in to our shop. We did some maintenance, some deferred maintenance, and a little bit of repair work. Not much though. Really just needed a lot of deferred maintenance taken care of to make it up and running and drivable. And it was actually a pretty nice driving truck. He drove it around for a better part of a year, and it was a neat truck, but didn't quite fit his lifestyle. By didn't fit his lifestyle, I mean had multiple children, 2-car garage, 4 vehicles. You get the story. It needed a place to live, so it wasn't within his lifestyle. So we got to sell it again, and that was the fun part. So it then landed into the hands of a doctor in Kansas City, and he really enjoyed the truck, liked it a lot. Liked it so much that he said, you know, whatever it needs, make sure it gets all the right stuff and make it perfect. So at that point in time, we did everything it needed mechanically. We pulled the valve covers, resealed the engine top to bottom. Obviously new plugs, gasket seals, the works. So the engine is tight, right, and dry. Same goes for the transmission. Did front axle rebuild, rear axle rebuild, and all the brake lines, all the wear and tear stuff. So if you look anywhere on the truck, you can find it is clean. Now, there's a couple subtle differences though. You're gonna notice the mirrors have been upgraded to the 2013 through 18 style. So it's got the illuminated side, they're tied into the turn signals, you've got puddle lights, you've got all the good stuff, and it looks factory. I remember my technicians, they went through and tied all that into the factory harness, so it works really, really well. It does have some PPF film on the front around the grille in front of the hood and the headlight surrounds, and it does a good job. It's holding up quite nicely. It doesn't really need anything else. The rest of the truck is in pretty darn good shape. The interior, though, is where things changed quite a bit. As with any older truck, the leather ages a little bit. So this is where we pull the seats, and we redid the seats and the door cards. The big thing is we now have perforated leather on the door cards and the center sections of the seats. The seat heaters have been replaced. Everything gets nice and warm and toasty. And we also cleaned up this whole area. He wanted to be able to listen to radio, have a backup camera, Bluetooth, etc. So we have one of our older G Wagon Command upgrades where this is actually one of our in-house pieces that we fabricate. We have a hydro dip so it matches, and we put a Alpine double din unit. So we have a backup camera that integrates. We move all the switches over here, move these over here, and voila, we have just enough of a modern touch in an older vehicle. So we're not playing too much with the original aesthetic. It just livens it up and enhances it quite a bit. We did put the wood inserts underneath this handle and around this just to clean it up and make it look right and tight. Also has our cup holder in here. We also have, you know, because a Yeti, why not? By the way, we have these for sale. And we have the OG cup holders on there as well if you really want to get old school and nostalgic. Fun stuff. But For lack of better words, it is a very clean and tidy interior. The back seat we left alone. It didn't really need much on the back seat, and the gentleman that purchased it last didn't have kids, so didn't see the need to do the back seat. So we left it alone, and away we went. But with that, with the command upgrade, we also put new speakers throughout the truck. It does have an amplifier. It does have a small 8-inch subwoofer in back, and it just works really, really well. Type of person that would want this truck obviously wants something that's a little shorter, a little unique, really looks sharp. Every person that's seen this truck is like, wow, just a hot looking truck. Probably doesn't have kids that aren't going to go in the back seat a lot, or if you do, you know, you can still fit them back there. But just want something uniquely different. This truck is perfect for your urban environment. You still have some cargo space. As you see, we even have this, we still have the side door pocket or side pockets back here. Like I said, we have a small 8-inch subwoofer, and we have a small amplifier that's hidden inside of there as well. Everything works. Everything is really, really nice on this unit, and it has a lot of life left in it. Did I mention it's rare? Europa only imported about 10 G500 short wheelbases back in the day. I've had 9 of them through my shop, this being one of the 9. We had another one through recently, which you saw in one of my past videos, where we did a full glass out paint job on it. And that was a really special example. But these are incredibly rare trucks and hard to find, and they are only going one direction. These are definitely on the appreciation scale. If you're a collector and you want to add something unique to your collection, this is certainly a good option for you. I will say, because the truck prior resided in Kansas City, we also have a separate set of 18-inch wheels that are also black with Bridgestone Blizzak tires as a winter tire option as well. So yes, this did see some winter use. It was protected with Cosmoline and had the full rust proofing underneath the underside as well. So it is a nice truck. It's 151K, fully serviced. I have all the service history on it going back years, and I will say this is a true joy to drive. It is amazing. So, okay, the elephant in the room. We got to talk about paint. We got to discuss it. In full transparency, this is not a 10 out of 10 truck paint-wise. Let's face it, it's an original paint job with 150,000 miles on the clock, so it's going to have some imperfections. I would probably put this paint job around a 6 out of 10. Here's my reasons why. Overall, it's pretty good from afar, but when you get close, you see we've got some, I don't want to call it burn marks, but we've got some discrepancies in the clear coat where we're going through here. We've also got some peeling of clear coat on the fender flare here, and it looks a little thin through this area. Largely, this is a factor of it's been parked here and the sun's been hitting this side every single day. So just want to point that out there to kind of answer those questions of, you know, what kind of condition is paint. Other things I've noticed is we've got some cracking here along the body lines, and over on this side, we've got a little bit of clear cracking along the seam seals. I'm trying to point out the bad, the good, and the ugly here. This is more of the ugly. Everything's fixable, but it's all in the clear coat. So anyway, take it or leave it. It's still a highly desirable truck. It's a collectible truck. Obviously, the tailgate test, we just washed it. I noticed that we've got a couple little spots in here where we've got some crusting. Actually, this is a good example of what we see on a lot of trucks these days. Being as this truck is 28 years old, this is pretty darn good. So this is actually stuff that's fixable. What we're going to do is we're going to grind this out and hit it with some phosphoric acid and then reseal it from the inside. And because it's not on the outside at all, we can actually just reshoot that one section and away we go. So that's stuff like that's easily fixed, but also for late model trucks, we see this quite a bit as well. So even if you see this on your late model truck, so long as it doesn't come through the outside, you can still catch it and fix it without having to do a full reshoot on that. So keep that in mind whenever you're considering this truck or a different truck. Full transparency is important so you know exactly what you're getting there. So this is a great candidate if someone wants to put it into their collection and have something that's perfect. Yes, do a full glass out respray. A truck like this is absolutely worth it. And if you want to have us do it, great. If you want to have someone else do it, great. But definitely hit me up after the fact for a letter that describes its valuation, because that's going to be really important from an insurance standpoint to make sure that you're insured properly on this type of vehicle. And we are setting the values on these vehicles all the time, and we can certainly help you out with that. So that's the worst of the paint. The windshield frame looks really darn good, by the way. We have looked at this, we peeled this up, and no, it does not have the weep holes, but we don't have any issues. You can take a good look at this here. It's got a couple pits and a couple little dings, but nothing major. And it looks like we've got a little bit of flakage here, but it's really not all that bad. Let's see, can't see that. So definitely workable, definitely has some more life left in it. Not anything particularly bad. So anyway, that's what we've got going on paint-wise. That's one of the things I call it a 6 out of 10. Other things you may want to consider with this truck. Yes, it is a collectible, it is highly desirable, it does sit kind of cool. However, it has stock style suspension. I don't know how old this suspension is, but I know that we have not replaced it. So it has OEM level dampers and springs on it, so it does ride a little rough. Whoever gets this truck may want to consider doing at least a damper upgrade. Even if they like the height of it, we can leave the springs alone, or maybe going with a slightly stiffer spring, just keeping it a little bit lower to maintain body roll. The truck doesn't drive bad, don't get me wrong, it's a lightweight truck. But that may be one of those things to consider into your budget when you're thinking about a truck like this to make it uniquely yours or over the top special. So hope that helps clarify some of the unasked questions. Driving this truck is, for lack of better words, pure joy. It is super simple to drive. As you see, looking at the dash and how user-friendly this is, I don't know what else to say, is it just works very well. Also, I've said this in one of my other videos, the early Europa trucks and the pre-MB USA trucks, you have a ton of space up here. It's very comfortable. It's an easy place to sit. The AC works really well. It's about 95 degrees out right now, and I've got cold air coming through, which is nice. Seeing all I have is just door tint. The windshield's not even tinted on this. So it's a good place to be. The seats with the fresh upholstery and the leather, it adds a lot to the truck. I've got no complaints in here, and the only thing I would consider as something to upgrade in the future would be your suspension, because let's face it, I am very spoiled when it comes to suspension because I drive nothing but the best all day long as we complete truck after truck with awesome suspension. This truck, I think there's a good way to get it dialed in with the proper stance and height so that you're not compromising on the looks while getting the ride quality to increase quite a bit. But overall, right now we're driving on 22-inch Brabus wheels that are blacked out with nice tires. Everything is balanced. It is butter smooth. The engine has great power. It shifts great. I've got no complaints, and the next owner is not going to have any complaints either, as this truck works flawlessly. Also, just want to say, and I know I've talked this once already, the rarity and scarcity of these trucks are what really makes this special. Next to Cabriolet, the G500 short wheelbase is big money. These trucks, there's only about 10 of them that were ever imported from Europa into the United States back in the day, 99 and 2000, were the 2 years of the G500 short wheelbase. Again, 2 years, 1999 and 2000, Europa International imported about 10 of these things. I've touched 9 of them. I'm still looking for number 10. We've got some history on this. They're not making any more of these, and these are getting harder and harder to find that are in great condition. And this is an example where I would say, yes, it's in great condition. It's got some miles on it. It has a lot of miles left on it. I'll say it again, a lot of miles left on it. It drives so good. Doesn't smoke, doesn't use any oil, great power, doesn't leak, and it's overall a joy to drive. So anyway, if you're interested in this truck, it is on our website for sale. Reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to discuss any questions you may have, or hopefully get it in your driveway and get it onto its next caretaker. Joe Gocher, nothing but G's, Alliance Motorworks. I'd love to hear from you.